Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
You are now rocking with the best.
Yes.
DJ Big Ken on the ones and twos. We got the fight session.
Okay.
You're
You
now
coming with
tapped
the
in.
sophomore.
Okay.
You're now tapped in. Y'all know where real talk meets real life. We ain't got no scripts. It's just the truth out here. So
Yes,
we
sir.
finna turn this heat up because it's cold outside. For real.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry, you in Texas. We in Cali. It ain't. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah, it's not cold at all, actually. It was
yeah,
83, I think, today.
Well,
yes,
I mean,
yeah.
with the way the world is today, you really can't tell what the weather's going to be anywhere anymore.
That's
This
true.
stuff is just so unpredictable.
Hmm.
It's gonna hit y'all eventually. It's gonna hit y'all out there, in Cali, eventually.
You'll see
And
our messages and notes on social
Yeah,
media be like, it's freezing. And y'all be
yeah,
and
like,
it,
it ain't freezing because,
it's 50 degrees.
we spoiled.
Ooh, we
yeah.
got some fog. We got some fog on Sunday, and folks are lost their mind.
We did. And somebody that ran into someone's car. The fog burned off in the morning and the car was tore up.
Yeah,
Tore up.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah,
50 is spoiled weather. You know, see a little fog, and folks get a little act like catastrophe done hit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it
So
hit somebody's car.
facts. Well, y'all already know we in for another dope episode. We got a few hot topics, a few little questions and those type of things, some interesting questions, some scenarios, and of course our broke chronicles. But before we jump in the fire, we got to make sure everybody's good. So Trisha Michelle, you good?
I'm good. Look, y'all remember last
go
episode.
ahead.
Y'all remember last episode. You know we got the forehead covered today because my hair is not done. But anyway,
I
the
need a
last
haircut.
episode, I jacked my shoulder up, right?
Mm.
Hmm.
It's still
Swinging
tore up,
on
y'all.
folks. Huh?
It's still
Swinging.
tore up.
Who you
It's
been
like
swinging on?
a little bit less pain, but I'm still tore up. And this
Who
is
you been
sad.
swinging on? What
No,
you been giving
nobody. And I
mama?
wish I was because it's just sad. I've
Yeah,
been taking
that's that
muscle
age.
relaxers like dang.
It's that
I,
age creeping up on
What?
you.
man, it is. That's the only thing I can say. Oh, you got me down for too long.
Got getting
Tr-
old, huh?
I needed to get it together though. We going camping for New Year's, and I need to have my.
Trisha,
You might
Trisha
have to
Michelle
swing
got an
on a
old
bear or something.
Trisha Michelle got old JUCO injury. She got an old junior college injury.
Man, I'm over here playing. Shoot, something wrong with this
Who you
shoulder for sure.
who you don't grab by their ponytail and their hair and
I
drag
had to
you?
snatch him like what?
What they
Whole
say,
shoulder
she hit him with the boo bop.
Bop, mink. Who you
Yeah, that's the new one. Mink, mink, mink.
Mink, 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 mink.
leave them folk alone?
But
Leave them folk
outside of that,
alone.
y'all, I'm good. The holidays is coming on in. I got some guests coming on Friday, and it's gonna be a busy weekend. And I'm gonna do what I do is figure out how to manage it because it's unexpected, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
fact. It's a
Good,
fact.
good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Benji Banks, the man, the brand. Talk to us, man. You good?
I'm good, man. Nothing to complain about. You know what I'm saying? Literally nothing to complain about. But yeah, getting up early, you know what I'm saying, brother? Your boy is getting, to unk status. I'm already there, so to speak. Grandpa status, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting up a little, getting up an hour earlier than normal. You know what I'm saying? So I want to apologize again. I think I said this before. I want to apologize to my senior citizens out there, my old folk, because I think ain't nothing sweeter as you age than hitting the bed by about 8 o'clock. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Just feeling great. But here's the problem. This is the only problem I got is I'm not a big sleeper. I don't sleep for like 8, 9, 10 hours. That ain't my thing.
That's
I'm a
more than you
six,
need.
I'm a 5, 6 hour sleeper. So if I go to bed at like 8, 9 o'clock, guess what? I'm up for the rest of the day. So your boy has been up for like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just up, dog. So
Mm-mm,
like you know what I'm saying? It's like, but I'm
mm-mm.
going to bed early though. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all pray for your boy. Cause yeah, you going to sleep early, you know what I'm saying? I done hit that stage where you gotta get in the bed and yeah.
It sounds like you need to figure that out because 8 o'clock up at 1, 2 o'clock is ain't nothing to do at that time. Well,
Man, what
Yes,
but
anyway,
it's some things you can be doing.
there's stuff to do, or there's folks,
yeah,
your
there's
person.
stuff too. There's stuff to do.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
maybe
You
it'll put you
know
back to
that.
sleep.
But you know
It'll
what?
put you to bed.
But you know what? You know what? Again, we have to remind Benji, you're short. You don't require a lot of sleep. That's an advantage of being short. You don't require a
Yeah.
lot of sleep. So
You're doing too much for your body. Your body don't need all that. No, I thought I read somewhere that men they require less sleep than women. About 5-6 hours is adequate
Right.
for men. Women definitely need more. I tried to
More
send that
sleep
to my
because your
dude because he
body's
was like, "You
function.
be
Yeah.
knocked out," and I was like, "Yeah, see this? Women need it." And he was like, "Get that
I
out of here."
agree. I saw that. I saw that one too. But I mean, it's like, all right, but that's the only dilemma I got. I ain't really got nothing to complain about. The Lord has been good to you, boy. So
Okay.
we're grateful for that. I'm just waiting. Oh, I saw something for about 30 acres, Ken, and I'm telling you, if I get it, I'm inviting both of y'all down. You get what I'm saying? 30 acres. And I'm telling you, it looks so beautiful. I didn't think it was even possible. And you'd
What's
be
on the
crazy
30
if I took
acres?
the price. Land and that lake I want.
Yeah.
And it's a
and
spot where
chickens that go quack quack quack.
yeah. We're gonna do the
Okay.
whole thing, and then we're gonna buy it with the farmland house on it already, but we're gonna tear that joint down later and build the dream house on there that the wifey want. So you get what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that's going on in your boy head, stuff
Okay.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
when you got ADHD, the mind do everything. We know. That's okay though, because you can do a lot at once. That's
All over
okay.
the place. This is all over the place.
It's
Just
okay.
saying, it's gonna happen though. I'm gonna invite both of y'all up, but I'm gonna make sure both of y'all go there so you can go fishing.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to some people that tapped in with us. Samuel Blackman 440 on YouTube and Big Rob 1987. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? They
What's up
saying
with it?
hi to
What's up with it?
everybody.
Hey,
You know what I'm
hey.
saying? Being cordial as they come
Thanks
into the
for
room.
tuning in.
Come into the room. You know what I'm talking about? We appreciate y'all tapping in and everybody else that's viewing. We're gonna go ahead and roll on. Big Ken, yeah, I've been having a great week. Ain't nothing to complain about either. I've just been listening to a lot of music. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like sometimes I should have been born like in the 60s or 70s because when I hear music from the 60s and 70s, it speaks to me differently than any other
Right,
music. It's just
right.
odd, right? I'm
Yeah.
drawn to that music. And even with current artists, like one of my favorite artists is Amy Winehouse, and her
Mhm.
whole sound was old. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's a weird dynamic. And I have a whole bunch of vinyl over here. Like I'll be listening to old music, and my daughter be like, how old
What is that?
is that? Right. But I'm a music connoisseur, but I do really love the music from the 60s and 70s. And
Yeah.
it's just something about it. So, around this time of the year, we have a bunch of Christmas music on the
Right.
radio and a bunch of oldies, you know what I'm saying, playing. So
Yeah.
that stuff just speaks to me. And I also think it's because growing up, my mom used to play a lot of that older
Play a lot of
music.
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
And so this time of the year, it's certain songs that you just gotta hear that's make this time of the year complete.
For sure.
So
For sure.
yeah. So but yeah.
That's funny you said that. My niece, she's what, 13 right now? And she's like very heavy into the 70s era. She's watching shows that was out back then. She's listening to music in the 70s. She's really excited about the 70s. She's on the 70s kick.
I can
Yeah.
dig
So,
that.
And I think it's something also because my daughter, she's really in love with the 90s. But I
mm,
think it's also because it's very new and different for them, right?
yeah.
Everything going on now is,
Yeah.
they're used to it.
It
So to
kind of
see a
sounds all
different,
the same, so to speak.
yeah,
So
so to see a
Yeah.
different
90 is a
time.
different feel.
And I think it's also interesting, like for my daughter, for me to tell her stories of my childhood, and it kind of helps her understand when she's looking at Family Matters, and when she's looking at Full House
Yeah.
and things of that nature, to look at shows that we used to look at and kind of put her in the mind frame of, our experiences that we came up
Mhm.
with. So
We have
it's
better
pretty
shows
dope.
anyway.
Better shows, better music, better fashion. It's
Mhm.
it's a fact. It's a
It's
fact.
better.
Now,
sure.
I will keep saying this. I want to see somebody that I know in real life with a Jerry curl. Since they're coming back, I need to see someone in my real life and I'm going to take a picture with them, take a video with them as evidence that somebody that I know has a Jerry curl. I need to see that.
Now you're not talking about the Jerry curl wig, the look,
No,
right? On
No,
the
he
women,
wants
you
for
talking about a straight.
real.
You
if
talking
you
about
go
an
to
easy E Jerry
if
curl?
you go to TikTok and
Yes.
type in Jerry curl, you will see the phenomenon that is occurring.
Jerry himself is back.
So
Wow.
it's amazing. So TikTok is very useful, bro. It's very useful. It's
Yeah.
very entertaining. So yeah, go anybody out there, you got access to TikTok, I promise you. Go type in Jheri. That's how you spell Jerry.
That is how you
That's
spell Jerry for y'all.
that's
That
Jerry.
Mhm.
it's Jerry Curl. Type that in and on TikTok and enjoy.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
Crazy.
Cause it's gonna be entertaining for sure.
they're doing it.
All right.
Crazy.
All right, so let's cook, man. Let's get it going.
Mhm.
Christmas gifts, are they obsolete? Because I have seen so many people posting, you know what? I ain't doing Christmas this year. I ain't doing Christmas. I ain't buying no gifts. It seems like people ain't in the Christmas spirit per se. You know what I'm saying? People ain't trying to see it. People ain't worried about it no more. Trisha Michelle, what do you think about that? Have you seen that too on your timeline? Or are you around people that really just ain't about Christmas no more?
No, everyone that I'm around is they're really still into it. I had someone that was like excited to get their shopping out the way. Um we're trying to get our shopping out the way. We late though. We always run behind. But and it's I don't know anyone on my end, but I can say I feel like I think if we had kids and anyone our age, the kids are older now too. So now they're getting to a point where it's kind of like they're not fun to give gifts to and they probably don't even want anything or they don't even know what they want. So then it becomes like, gift card or you're grown now, so get out of here. Like and then at the same time, a lot of people I know has had a very trying 2025 to where it's just like that's the last thing on their mind and they're just trying to make it to see and hope and pray that 2026 is better to them. So, I mean, I think everybody just trying to just figure out what's more important, buying gifts and being broke or having your sanity and peace you tap into January 1st.
Right.
So, that's what I think.
True. Benji, how about you, man? What you think?
Everybody's kind of the same around me is interested in it. I think because we're kind of, breadwinners, so to speak. So I think that energy from us kind of comes from it. But even at the job, the gig, everybody's kind of like, yeah, I'm doing that. So I could say the same as Patricia saying, but the only thing I think for me is that people are more indecisive, like on my end, is what I noticed. Like they don't know what they want really. So it's like, I don't know if that's kind of contributing, to them not really wanting to be in the holiday spirit. But yeah, I'm like, my wife is in it. The kids already done told us what they want, so to speak, or at least the two girls. Mine, they ain't said nothing. Joe last year was like, Dad, I want a PS5 and I want this and I want that. And I got that plus the Mortal Kombat game and the this and the that. And he ain't really hit me up this year. Like, give me this, Dad, give me that. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So I don't know but I've already bought them stuff. Now, and I will say this, they wanted some expensive cologne.
Okay.
So I let I think, and I asked you, Ken, because my youngest boy is now into colognes. So he smelled
of
my
TikTok.
Probably. He smelled my Gucci Guilty, and I only spray it on Sunday mornings. Like that's it. So I have the whole big old bottle, and it's 80% full. So I'm like, here, kid, here you go. But then I was like, all right, I got to get him some other stuff. You know what I mean? So all the boys, I'm buying cologne for them this year. So I kind of know it, but they didn't tell me that they wanted it. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all ain't even said nothing this year. So that's kind of where we at with that this year.
some different accolades in life. They didn't just it ain't games. It might be some women. They trying to smell good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Try to smell good for the ladies. That's a good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
I remember when my son transitioned and it went from that to colognes to,
Right.
so yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think that they ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't into smashing the honeys
I
yet.
mean, they ain't
You know
gotta
what
be
I'm saying?
smashing, but they might think
I
a
Whoa.
mean,
girl is
just
cute
That
and then
man
you
went
associate
that man went
the
all the way to the
inevitable.
other end.
like, yeah, I'm like you then it just goes into look good, smell good, pay attention to me, trying to
Yeah.
just look good. You know the steps you was there.
No, he
Like,
I
didn't.
know it.
He
Nah,
skipped
nah,
the steps.
nah. I'm telling you,
Lord.
listen,
Okay,
it's
well, that clearly because he went straight
Yeah, he skipped
to
steps.
yeah. Trust me,
Magnum and
I had to learn from my brother, so you know what I
Yeah.
mean. But yeah, you know what I mean. Hey, the inevitable is obviously going to happen. But
yeah.
yeah, it's kind of weird this year. But they all coming over, so we're gonna do like this whole thing. So as we always do. So we'll see
Yeah.
what it do.
And you know what I also thought about too, that, with a lot of people not really being into Christmas or the holiday spirit per se, some people have pointed out that, that financially they just were like, you know what, I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not, going into that. I'm not spending a bunch of money, and if it's something that people need, then we'll get it, but not because of Christmas per se, just,
Mhm.
just buying things that they need. And it is a point to something to point out, because somebody told me a couple weeks ago, when I mentioned things about financial stuff, I need to let people do what they do and get out of people's business. That's what's wrong with black folks. We in people business. But I'm like, wait a minute. So you mean
Mhm.
to tell me if I find out some information that helps me financially, I shouldn't share it? I shouldn't share the mindset that, what I'm saying, I had to adapt to in order to become better financially, and what I'm saying, to improve things for my kids and what I'm saying, the generations to come. I shouldn't share that. That sounds crazy to me, man. So
Right.
if somebody's out there, I'm not saying this for everybody, but if you're out there and you really can't afford things for Christmas, I understand we all want nice things for our kids, but listen, don't go into debt doing stuff that you cannot afford. I mean, point
It's
blank, period.
especially when you finally wake up to the reality that half the time most of the kids don't appreciate what you get for them anyway because they
Well,
expect you to
Well,
get it.
I mean, I can't say that
yeah, I
because
do
there's
say,
appreciative kids,
yeah,
I
but you got to
mean,
pay
if you
attention
got
that
some, yeah,
Christmas is 5 to 6 days away from rent being due or mortgage being due,
facts.
right.
and you didn't spend whatever you spent trying to make sure little Timmy and Veronica got what they need, and they're so happy, and then they all got 10
Mhm.
different things to open, and it's unnecessary. I remember for a long time, especially as a single mom, for me, when I would do it for them, it's 1 to 2, 3 at the most that you're gonna get on a list because I'm not going broke for it. I'm not stressing. I'm not doing any of that, and so and then another thing is it don't have to happen on the 25th. That's why I'm glad I didn't grow up celebrating the holiday. Because for me, it's like if it
26.
happens and bills work out and everything else and finances work out, then y'all gonna have it before. And if not, it's coming. Y'all good. I'm not doing all that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Man,
I'm not,
forget what Bernie Mac say. Forget them kids.
you know,
Well, I mean, if you don't got it, people just have Christmas in April when you get your income tax back. How about
whenever
that?
it fits for you, it ain't even Christmas. Just give when you can give.
Yeah,
And they
For
will appreciate it regardless.
yeah.
for 50% off, Jesus might have been born on the 26th for you. I don't know. Just
Man,
saying.
these folks ain't having no sales like that no more. Like back in the day, they used to have some sales. These
Right.
days, they ain't having sales, man. It's all bait and switch. They tell you it's a sale, and it ain't. Got you out here buying stuff and spending money that you don't
Yes.
have. And to give reference to what I was saying about a post that I made, because I made a post about people spending tons of money on weddings, right? And that was the conversation. We won't go deep into it tonight because we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but that's what the post was about. And somebody told me I should mind my own business. I should let people just do what they want to do. And I'm like, why would I do that?
Right.
Why would I advocate something that I think is not a good idea?
Right.
Right? You can still have the same effect and you can still have the same joy out of something, but within your price range, within your budget. right?
Man,
Because
listen.
I've seen
you know,
people literally spend 50 to 60K
mhm.
on a credit card, run up credit card debt, trying to have a wedding, and then be struggling for a decade after that, trying to recover from that. Like,
If
is
your
that the way
chick
you want
let
to
you do
start your
that,
wedding? Is that the way you? I mean, is that the way you want to start your life off together in debt, struggling?
if your chick let you do that before you marry her or you about to marry her, you got a problem off top anyway.
If she lets you,
That's what I'm saying.
sometimes people just do stuff and
That's
you find
facts.
out later that that's what happened. So let's not come crashing for her.
That,
She
and
might not have nothing to
sometimes
do
Listen,
with it.
it's
if
both of
y'all
them.
ain't
Sometimes it's
discussing
both
that,
of them.
Right. Sometimes it's
right.
definitely both of them.
True, very true. But if you ain't got, listen, marriage is split up mainly because of money. That's one of the main reasons marriage is split up. So if you going into debt for a wedding, yeah, you dooming yourself from day one.
My thing is, you're dooming yourself to possibly, and I'm not trying to say it like this, but you got to think about this. What if you ain't even with this person no more? You still in debt. You still paying for that wedding, and this
Man,
sucker
facts.
gone.
Got a
Yeah.
whole annulment 30 days later. I ain't gonna say his name because I know the fella.
Ye-
He was just in annulment court. Just got
Absolutely.
married.
Well, let's
And
not
Went
go
to
too
the
deep. Hold
annulment.
on, let's not go too deep into that because we got some other
Yeah.
stuff we got to cover. But
I'm
but
just
what we
saying,
get
like,
the point is,
bruh,
yeah, this
yeah,
is stop spending your money on all this stuff,
yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying?
get
Be
out of there.
financially educated and make better decisions with your bread. If you can afford it, do it. If you can't, just be patient. You'll have the resources to do it at the when the time is right. Put it that way. All right.
Facts.
So we're gonna start this next segment off with a would you rather. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be a series of questions throughout the show tonight that I promise y'all want to chime in the comments and let us know how you feeling because we're gonna need y'all, you know what I'm saying, feedback. Okay, this first would you rather is interesting because me and Benji before the show we were talking about different music and people having hits and different people selling their catalogs. Okay, so here we go. All right, would you rather? All right, so would you rather drop a number one hit and get no credit, or drop a song that's mid and get all the credit? Benji Banks, which one
Oh,
you
give me
choosing?
A. Give me A. Give me A. Yeah, I'm good. You give me a number one hit, and I'm behind the scenes, and I'll tell you a perfect story. The dude who wrote a song for Luther Vandross, um, the one where it's at the end, it's all right, it's all, ooh, baby,
Mhm.
it's all right now. Somebody wrote that. And then here's the crazy part. I'm forgetting his name, but I can fact check it later. Luther Vandross tells him, I'm going to say I wrote the song because he was going on Oprah like the next day to talk about the song. And this is what Luther tells him. I can make more money for you with this song with my name than you can with your name. So let me go on Oprah, tell them I wrote this song, yada, yada, yada. And then boom, dude makes a ton of money off of the song. And I'm totally cool with that because what else are you in the business for?
But what if you get no credit though? You get no credit. Nothing. You get no credit.
are we saying no credit or no money? Are we financially gaining?
No, you get nothing.
Oh, so you just talking about
You just have
and you just
the
got
knowledge
you
that
gave
you
them the
did it.
song
Yes.
and you get, well, since you put it that way. No, I think I would still take A because it depends on where I'm at in my career. It depends on where I'm at in my career. Because if I get a song and I write a song and Luther Vandross, Jay-Z, whatever, and they decide, yo, that's a fire song, and they get it, they take it, whatever. You get what I'm saying? I think me personally, the way I handle, stuff like that, that would really boost me up because it'd be like, you know what? That ain't the only great song I got in me. So I'm gonna produce another one. I'm gonna put another one together. But then I would know, because if a top artist like that is coming for my music, I don't believe I'm a one-hit wonder, so I know I'm gonna come with another one. So I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
Because I don't want nothing mid. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Okay. All right. Well, Trisha Michelle, what you think?
I don't know. Like if I'm a brand and I'm building a brand, like I feel like you gonna know it's me. I can't allow anyone to take something and financially gain for who knows how long off of what I did, when that was the time I could have been putting in for myself to, at being mid and then mid for the first one, and that was it, or whatever after that. Like, no, I just can't. I can't, me personally. I can't let somebody just take that and just become insanely profitable, lucrative and off of me. And I'm over here like, well, dang, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I can't do it.
Yeah. And that's where I'm with it. Give me the mid song, because I need my credit. I need people to know who I am. If you go look at people's music catalog, a lot of big artists, their first projects, their first songs weren't that great. They got better, right? They got better production. They got better with their writing. They got better with their, knowing who they are as an artist. So give me the mid. But people are gonna know who I am, at least with the mid song. At least I'm not trash. You know what I'm saying? Like the song is all right. I take all right over nothing at all. Right. Just sitting in my living room, like, man, that song jamming. I wrote that joint and nobody knows it. So I give me the mid. Give me the mid.
Yeah,
y'all tell us in the comments what y'all think. What would y'all do?
Just hearing it everywhere and everybody like, yeah, and the whole time is yours.
Yeah.
Some would say the first album is The Sacrifice.
Well, not everybody's rookie year is terrible.
I ain't sacrificing.
Some people's rookie year is fire, and they start off
and that's it.
Well, some people rookie year is fire and that's it. Some people rookie year is fire and they just keep, getting better. So, at the end of the day, like Trisha Michelle said, I needs my credit. I needs my credit for what I did. So that's just the way we're gonna rock with it. Right?
I can see that.
So,
I can see that.
All right. So the next scenario is the doozy. It's very funny. It's somebody sent me this. So shout out to them. I don't know if they wanted to be shouted out, so I ain't gonna shout them out, but they sent me this in my inbox and say, if it can, you gotta ask this on the show. So this is wild. All right. Scenario here is, if a stud woman, a woman, she's a stud, challenges a guy to a fight one-on-one. As men, me and Benji, are we supposed to break that up because that's still a woman, or let her just hook off? Let her go ahead and swing on him. Trisha Michelle, as a woman with that scenario and there's guys around, what should we do? What should we do? Should we let her fight or should we break it up?
Now, why her stupid ass want to do this, I don't know. But
she trying to get her rocks. Well, I don't know about rocks, but she's trying to prove, you know what I'm saying, she can stomp with the big dogs,
and that's fine. So this is what, if I was a female around the basketball court and she out there and she like trying to loke up on somebody and she want to fight, and I'll be like, yo, I would expect and hope for the dudes to try to be like, yo, chill, like to try to get her not to. But if she's so adamant and want to go at it, I would hope that the dude would still try to be like in a more defensive type of fight mode, like protect it. But if she do some swinging and socking, then I mean, she wanted it. I just don't understand. I don't understand why you would want to do that. So like, if this is what you want and this is what you think you are and this is how you want to roll, because this is you are still a woman. Like, I'm not saying like a female can't put a dude on the ground, but it's very hard. And it's less likely. It don't matter if you call yourself a stud or not. That does not make you suddenly be able to have the strength of a man to be able to conquer. So, I mean, I wouldn't understand putting herself in that scenario, but I would hope that the men would be like, yo, chill. And then if she just decided to just crash out and act stupid and punch him in the face, she kind of got a reflex. I'd be like, yo, what did you think? What did you expect?
Yeah, because if she swing on me out of the blue and sock me, I'm going with my natural defenses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably gonna swing back and put her on her back pockets. So
I mean, and I wouldn't even be, I wouldn't be like, Ken, what? You foul. I'd be like, oh, I mean, I'd be like, you got knocked the fuck out. What you thought?
but you're seeing that more and more though. That's the problem. Like you're seeing more and more, you know, studs tending to think that they're more of a man than what they are.
It's
They're really
delusional.
still a woman. And it's like there's
Facts.
levels to it, right? There's levels to being a man. So if you're gonna swing on a guy, he's probably gonna swing back. Not everybody was brought up like that,
There
right?
is one simple
True.
level to being a man. You're genetically a man.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you do. That's that. That's it. So no matter what they do, I wouldn't do that. Like, you're not that. You're really not him for real.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So Benji, what would have done if that stud that ran up on you to get your number would have swung on you instead?
So she came and
Now,
said,
now listen, she was a big girl. So
well,
this
what
is
you gonna
first.
do? What
This is
you gonna do, Cletus?
This has to be understood in this scenario. Are we talking about a big Shirley stud? Or
Don't
we
matter.
talking about
Don't
a
matter.
Patricia size stud?
What the heck? I'm bigger than you.
You ain't bigger than me. Stop with the shenanigans. Stop. Hilarious. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like, because if it's a big Shirley type stud and she going at it, swing on the mink. You get what I'm saying? I ain't listen. I am not finna stop no big Shirley's type stud. Listen, if you whatever you say and boom. But if she a little, you know what I'm saying, she petite, look, fam, don't do it, dog. Like that's it's kind of like, and I hate to put it this way, but it's kind of like a pretty girl versus, you know what I'm saying, an ugly girl mopping off. You get what I'm saying? It's like, don't do it, dog. Just leave her alone. But if the booger wolf is talking trash, I mean, swing on her. I mean, and be done with it. I'm just saying.
So in that statement, if it was a female that was pretty trying to attack you, you gonna be like, stop. But if it was an ugly one, you gonna knock her out.
Don't do it, dog. Like I'm gonna be like, look, fam,
Oh,
can you 6'5", dog? Don't do it, bro.
Hey,
you get what I'm saying? Leave the chick, leave her alone, dog. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just let her be. You know what I'm saying? She done had too much to drink. She thinks you know what I'm saying? But if she big Shirley and she pulling up on Ken,
there's no scenario where I'm gonna fight a woman, dog. I just can't. Like,
right?
Well,
you're talking about us on our end.
Well, no, so Ken is saying when he responded, he said his would be more like reaction. Yeah. Not you saying she rolling up, you squaring off, we at it.
Yeah.
But she tried to come at you.
Give it two different answers.
Yeah, but if she snuck me, like it would be in the moment, right?
Yeah,
but like
he wouldn't just rolled up on me
and squared up on me and we was confrontational. She tried to get into a confrontation.
He's not gonna fight her.
There's no way I'm gonna fight a woman at all, dog. Like it's just not gonna happen because that's a lose-lose scenario.
Yeah, everybody loses in that scenario. Yes.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose scenario because if you knock her out, you supposed to because you're a guy, and if she knocks you out, that's another L.
And Benji, that is a possibility.
So
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I told my sons countless times, if any female tries to fight you, the best thing you can do is turn into a track star and live to fight another day and run. Get far away from that lady because it's a lose-lose situation. Don't even dodge. Run. Turn around, put your back to her, and run away. Because if you beat her up,
she got wheels though, fam? What if she was like former track star?
Then it's destined for you to be towed up at this point.
If she puts in that much effort to fight you, then she wants the hands. Period. You're gonna have to defend yourself at that point. But like if you can help it, get away from her. Run away from her.
Well, even if she's a track star, women don't run faster than men, I don't think.
I'm telling you, there's a
mean,
lot
I
of
don't know.
guys out here that
Sha'Carri
are out of
Richardson
shape.
got some wheels.
There's a lot of guys out here that are out of shape.
Well, yeah,
that-
no, now
Facts.
out of shape. I'm thinking if you got wheels and she got wheels, you should outrun her. But if you ain't
Hey,
got no
yo.
wheels, you're done.
About 85 to
Sha'Carri literally
90% of
was
these
about
dudes don't have wheels.
facts.
Yeah.
They
Well,
don't.
They ain't track
well,
stars
Benji,
like
you're
me.
done for it, and you're gonna trip and fall anyway, and pull a hammy in a lower back lumbar
I
or something.
mean,
You're gonna be toe up
that's
anyway.
why I gotta keep both feet planted. You know what I'm saying?
And you're gonna try to swing and you're gonna throw your shoulder out like me.
Unless it's
See,
Big Shirley,
no,
he better run.
you was snatching wigs off. I see wig
If
snatcher in you.
if it's Big Shirley, he better run.
I am not a wig snatcher.
Listen, that girl that pulled up on me, bro, she was bigger than me. I'm 5'9". 5'9"
So
and
you
3
say
quarters.
you 5'9".
5'9" and 3
And 3
quarters.
lies. All right.
You know what I'm saying? And she was like 5'11". Like she was bigger than me, dog. Like you gotta understand. And remember, she kind of got chest close to you, boy. And I didn't have on no running shoes. I had on my Weegians. I had on my suede.
Who's gonna
I had on
pick
my
you up like
suede loafers, fam.
she
I
gonna
was
be
coming
like,
out of Mission Inn, the Dwayne's Diamond Star rated steakhouse joint. You get what I'm saying?
That man was just like Cat Williams.
What am I gonna do? Not, man, listen, and I am not Barney Rubble. I was not finna take off my
he would have been like, unhand
and
me.
run. Unhand me now.
I am a boy.
I'm just saying.
Right, I'm a boy. Yo, I'm just saying that's crucial, Feet dangling
man.
and all. It's all right.
I'm just saying, what you gonna do with that? And she's bigger than me. But I ain't big. I just got power. And if I connect, it's on. Ask my brother. I almost broke his nose. But that's another story.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, speaking of hooks, there's people out there that get hooked on things all the time, man. And one of the things that I've noticed that a lot of people are hooked on recently, it's probably been a long time. I've seen people hooked on this for a long time, but I've just noticed it again recently because I see a lot of it. Is people are hooked on energy drinks. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, my God. Like, I have seen so many people riding around, walking around everywhere I go with energy drinks. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, it's so many, you know what I'm saying, theories that I could go into, but I ain't gonna do that. But it's like, why do you think so many people are hooked on these energy drinks? Don't they know how bad that stuff is for their body?
Folks is working 2 and 3 jobs, fam. And some people are just trying to get, because they party animals and they ain't really going to sleep, and they operating on 2-3 hours of sleep, plus they trying to work double jobs. So they got them 5-hour energy joints cracking, they got the Monster, they got the whole everything trying to make it happen. Now 5-hour energy, if you ever see this, we would not be mad at you for sponsoring the show. I'm just saying, if you ever see this, if you ever glancing and you're looking for prospects and you see the 5 session and you see this set, 5-hour energy, we can have a fire energized segment. I'm just saying. But that's what people is doing. That's why coffee is like popping off the shelf, energy drinks, all of that. Because folks trying to enjoy their lives on minimal amounts of sleep because they working 2 jobs, especially if you're in Cali. You hustling from sun up to sundown, and you need something to keep you up. And folks is just, they run into it. They gotta have it.
All right. Well, that's understandable. Trish Michelle, what you think?
I have to agree with Benji. For sure.
You agree?
Shoot, for once you might be right. No, I do agree. Especially because I stopped drinking energy drinks really. Here and there, I'll have a Red Bull just because they taste good, honestly. But then people no, the new the flavors that they do, the flavors are crazy.
And the cans? Okay, yeah. The Bull Pea.
You said who?
The Bull Pea.
It's not
whatever you want to call it. Horse pea, bull pea, It must be grape pea. So anyway,
R. Kelly.
but when I was drinking them heavy, and I have done, what is it, the Red Bull with the Bang energy drink and a 5-hour
wow.
energy shot
Woo,
all together in a day.
woo.
Yes.
Wow.
But when that happened, it was in the scenario like you said. This is younger. I went out.
Mhm.
I barely got any sleep. I got to be at work. I got to stay up and still handle stuff at home. So I was trying to make sure I was up the whole time, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
My sister, she likes energy drinks, but she's a paramedic. She works 12s and she's got to do this. So she kind of be like, and I'm telling her, like, all right, you got to figure it out. Like, and she wears a graveyard. So she's trying to balance being up all day so she can being up all night so she can go to sleep in the daytime. So everybody got different scenarios. And then, of course, it is the multiple jobs, whether it's clocking in or having different streams of income or hustles that you do, you got to be awake for that. So
Right.
everybody trying to stay awake. And the only way to stay awake these days is energy drinks. They're making a lot of money off of us.
That is a fact.
Okay. Well, you know what? I agree with that. But I think for the majority of people out there, they just lack quality sleep,
Mhm.
right? I think a lot of people still sleep with the TV on.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people lay in the bed and look at the phone until they fall asleep, which your brain, brain activity is still going crazy from looking at the phone, your emotions from seeing the post, that are aggravating, that are emotional, those type of things, and then laying down with that still going on in your body and in your mind and your eyes and the screen time, the lights stimulating and all that stuff that they've talked about. I think that's really one of the big things with people is I hear a lot of people say they do go to bed, but they don't get good sleep. So I think the quality of sleep, because of those things, but also because people's backs and their necks are big, so they got sleep apnea. You know what I'm saying? And they end up sound like a tractor.
Or their
And
shoulder is tore up.
so you sound like a tractor.
No, my shoulder jacked up. I can't sleep right now.
You
No,
can't
that's
sleep. Now,
what
do you
that's
sleep
what
on
I'm
your
saying.
side or your bike?
I sat or my bike.
Yeah, you're back.
I sleep on my shoulders, so my side. My side.
She's a side sleeper. Yeah,
I'm a side
You're a side
sleeper.
sleeper.
Yeah, so it's been horrible.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think folks just really need more quality sleep.
Mhm.
Turn that TV off, put their phone on a
Mhm.
charger, and give your pillow some head.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Get your pillows.
You know what I do? So my phone goes on to sleep mode. I actually use my phone sleep mode at
Right.
10:30. It
Mhm.
comes on and literally there's no one can get through unless it's like immediate family or my kids. Outside of that, like I don't get alerts, I don't get phone calls, social media doesn't go off, nothing. And so my body shuts down to go to sleep at that time every day, no matter what, because my brain stops thinking about all those things that phone is constantly like, hey, look. And then I don't sleep with the TV on. I never have. I can't. I don't understand how
Right.
people do it to begin with. I'm a light sleeper. Anything that's going on, I can hear. So the TV
can
will
hear
sound
it,
like
right.
it's on surround sound in my head when it's on. So I can't do it.
Okay.
I mean, it take you some magnesium or something. Do something. Go to bed. Get some nice sleep.
Yeah, magnesium helps as well. So
Right.
the right kind of magnesium, put it that
Right.
way.
Yeah, I was
We're
gonna
talking-
say what?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
3 or 4 different types of
Yeah.
magnesium that you can
Yes.
take, but one
Right.
helps you sleep really, really good
Really
more than
sound
others.
at night. Yeah.
Yeah, but
You'll sleep really good on that joint too.
shout out to Big Rob 1987. That man said Stacker 2 energy drink.
Ooh.
Yeah, stackers, yeah, definitely. And don't get it twisted. Your boy Big Ken I wasn't on energy drinks per se, but I was taking something that they call Advocare Spark. I was taking Sparks, you know what I'm saying? And it's supposed to be like vitamin mix and stuff like that, but
Oh, gotcha.
it still has caffeine in it.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once I stopped taking that stuff and let it cycle out of my body, like months after that, like I felt totally different and I was able to get more sleep and I was able to have a natural form of energy. Plus with the intermittent fasting, my body just naturally has more energy. So
Yeah.
you got to find natural ways of doing stuff, y'all. Like try to get away from them energy drinks if you can. I know we all got, priorities and things that we got to get done, but the energy drink can't be the final solution. You need to
No.
you need to find some other way.
You need to go to
Never been a
bed.
big fan of them. So
Yeah. All right. So, but you know what's crazy though? Folks are so tired that they're trusting cars to drive themselves, right? Because we got a whole bunch of cars riding around now, and different car companies, they have these features on these cars that allow them to be on autopilot, type of feature, that allows you to take your hands off the wheels and allows the car to navigate the road for you. And I was gonna ask you all, I know you all have nice cars if your cars have that feature, but how do you feel about that? Would you feel comfortable driving down the road? You're feeling a little tired, so you just allow the car to navigate and drive for you?
Yep,
Yeah.
we got it in the VW in the electric, and we was coming from when we got off our trip and our cruise and all that type of stuff. We had to go pick up the car from Long Beach, and if you know, we live out in Menifee area, so picked the car up, and we was tired. It was like 1 in the morning. Plus, we had to stop, charge the car all that time. We was tired. We was exhausted. And we knew we weren't gonna get into the house till about like 7 in the morning, right? We put that joint on drive safe, and we literally just I was up, but I didn't have to really like be up. Like I could really sit back and chill. And whenever it gets close to a car, it'll stop. It'll alert you. So then you can take over the wheel and do all that type of stuff. But it was actually pretty dope to see it because I had never done it before. It was actually pretty dope, especially at that time when we was just both of us were exhausted. We was like, yeah, we're tired. So I've done it. I think they're pretty cool. Would I trust it on like a consistent basis? I haven't developed that yet. So it's still kind of like some anxiety attached to it. Because you like, is this really gonna do this? Like, all right, so is it really going to like now? And it really takes the wheel for you. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. But until you get used to it, to me, there was still some anxiety attached to it. But we got home safe. Obviously, we're still here. So
Thanks. All right, Trisha Michelle, what you think about that?
My Audi has a little bit of the cruise control is like different.
Yeah.
It like will take over. But if it feels like, say it's super foggy out or it suddenly gets foggy, so say you was asleep and you was letting it do its thing, and it got foggy, it's gonna turn off. But it's gonna tell you, but it's gonna turn off. So you could be dead. I can't. I can't. I've definitely like used it, but not like without still being like now I'm more relaxed, like in my seating position, the way I'm seated, but I'm still like paying attention to make sure the car is doing what it's supposed to do because I can't just trust no big old machine to just be like, yeah, we're gonna get there. I just don't trust it. So I'll never just let it do what it's gonna do and just I can't do it. But I have a friend and his Tesla. He'd be drinking if we out. He'd be like, yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna just let the Tesla drive me home. And we all just go, no, like,
right.
no. I done took his key card and everything. And he was like, no, it's cool. The Tesla got me. And I'm just like, I don't know how you're okay with this. Like, I think it's the most horrible thing ever. But I mean, it's safe, but it ain't for him. Like, you shouldn't be, it gives the drunk drivers the excuse to get behind the wheel still because they're not driving. Just go to sleep.
I didn't think of that. That's
Yes.
true.
So I can't get with it, but I do like that it is a feature that will make my car stay in lanes and do its thing when you're trying to cruise on a long journey, but I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah, the lane assist and stuff like that is cool for if you driving and you're a little tired, you know what I'm saying, to keep you a little bit more alert and, help you out in those situations. But it's people flat out just putting the car in autopilot and putting in the address and just allowing it to just navigate them
and
there.
Waking up in the driveway and shit.
Yeah, they just kick back and there's even been stories of people sleep, especially in Teslas. People actually asleep on the freeway just driving, and I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do it because you'd be driving down the freeway, man. I'm not putting that trust in the car. You wake up with wings on your back, and you'd be like, damn.
And then it's not even just the car. It could be whoever else.
Right.
on the
Yeah,
road that
Somebody
yeah,
else that's just driving wild.
yes.
Yeah.
So like, what if somebody just decides to hop over 4 lanes?
so they fell
And
asleep.
yeah,
Bam.
I mean, but just people driving crazy. Like,
Or
how does the
that.
Right,
car
Because
right.
people,
adapt to
'cause
those
people do that.
situations? Because if you're just driving in a straight line or little curves and stuff here and there, we know the cars can navigate that because we've
Yeah.
seen that for years now. But as far as them activating in those rare situations where it's even hard for humans to, navigate those,
Exactly.
how's the car gonna do it? So that's
I
that.
mean,
That will be my issue with it, and I'm definitely not putting my
that's
trust in a
the
car
point.
like that.
Yeah, I
I'm not.
can't get with
Hey,
it.
you wake up if you ever in a car and then at any moment you see Paul Walker, yeah, you might be in trouble.
Yeah, man. You wake, like I said, wake up with wings on your back. It ain't
Wake
Yeah,
up,
because
well,
it ain't because you drunk Red Bull either.
at
Paul
all.
Walker, Paul Walker is assisting you. You know you got some trouble.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, so anybody out there with those cars with autopilot, as I call it, comment, let us know, man. Tap in. What y'all think about those cars? Because Big Ken ain't gonna be able to do it. It's a
Mm-mm.
cool feature, but I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet. I
Nah,
ain't
I
there
say
to
a
trust
prayer
it.
for y'all, but
Mm. All right. So speaking of trust, man, marriage is a huge commitment. It's a business merger of sorts. People got onto me
Facts.
about that this past week when I put
mm,
that post out there. They was like, "Oh, it's not a business." Listen, a marriage is basically a business arrangement. If you are of a certain religion or something like that, that's cool. You go with that, you know what I'm saying, whatever that is. So if you're a Christian, of course, you believe that there's a covenant involved, and that's cool. But in the eyes of the state and in the eyes of the United States, it's a business arrangement. It's a contract you sign between two entities coming together to form one company. That's basically what a marriage is. So when
Facts.
you're doing business, it's imperative that you do an extensive background check, correct? Right? On the
Right.
business, their business credit worthiness and their business history and things of that nature. So why don't people do that when it comes to getting married? Right? People just trust that,
Right.
the person that they know, the person that they love, and all this stuff, and they just trust them. And then later on, they start finding out this this history that existed that
Right.
they didn't do the extensive background. Well, I say all that to say, Benji sent me something very interesting earlier, right? How would y'all feel about a pre-wedding medical screening, right? And
Mhm.
what this pre-wedding medical screening consists of is a series of tests such as a genotype,
Mhm.
blood type, HIV test, hepatitis B, C, fertility, genetic disorders, mental health assessment. Like all those things entailed, and each person has to go through this, gambit of testings, and before you go and you sign for the marriage certificate.
Hmm.
Now I know it sounds like a lot, but I think that the more things that they can institute on that side of it can help on the back end stop so many people from making the mistake of getting married to people with all this terrible stuff in their background. That's
Right.
not, because I mean, you can't even imagine you get married to somebody
And then you find
and
out they got
yeah,
HIV.
well, you find out you got it too. Because
I
Right.
mean, at
Because at
that at
this
that
point,
point, right?
if you're gonna
yeah.
get married, you got it too. So
Now both of y'all need to be in a center for yeah.
yeah, so I mean, it can head off a lot of stuff similar to the conversation that we've had before about when a child is born, doing a mandatory DNA
DNA test.
confirmation. So we ain't gonna say mandatory DNA test, DNA confirmation. We're confirming that this baby belongs to this guy and
Mhm.
this woman, because you do have situations in the hospital where babies get, switched up.
Mixed
So
up.
we
Right.
need we need to confirm that this baby is the correct baby and his daddy is the correct daddy, and then we can sign the paperwork. See, it's all very simple. So
Easy
Trish
step.
Michelle, would you do that? Would you go through this gambit of testing between you and your man to make sure that everything is in alignment?
I don't think she want to know, huh?
I'm not gonna say that because the more you you date and you try to learn someone and you deal with scenarios and situations or the way that someone thinks or how they respond, you start to see patterns or see what's missing or see you're like, and if you knew that ahead of time, maybe you wouldn't have been talking to them or you wouldn't have pursued
Mhm.
it. So I mean, yeah, but then I mean, I don't know how extensive it should be to the point where like people are doing some unnecessary vetting. So I mean, I'm here for it, but I don't think it should be like so deep. I don't know. I don't know how to word it. Like I
Mhm.
say yes, but I feel
Right.
like it should still keep some type of organic
Private. Is it
like
privacy more is it more right.
privacy and then still the process of learning someone still too it shouldn't take away everything to where you just be like, nah, I know you stupid because blah, blah, blah. That's gonna be the next thing.
So you're clinically stupid.
Yeah, you're really
Right.
no wonder you act like this. Like, I don't I feel like and there's a lot of people that's just ammunition for
Yeah.
just a lot of other things. So I'm just kind of like,
But does
yes
that
and I don't
but
know.
does that also keep you from going because you learn about you too?
Well,
For
yeah.
example, you get what I'm saying? Because like I think it would help both ends. Because I think most people go into marriage based, we've been taught, is just basically solely love. Like I love this person and then that's it. And then now when you extend it past this, I think it puts a lot of the emphasis on how much do you love you as well,
Maybe
right?
not
Because
mandatory.
I
Maybe
mean
like
I don't know
maybe
about
like how,
mandatory,
people could choose to do a prenup and can choose to
right?
get, before we
Ye-
be sexually active, let's choose
Right.
to get tested together. So if you guys choose this and you guys both feel like this is what you guys want to do,
Hmm.
then I think it should be something that is available that if you
Yeah.
and your person agree on
Right.
that and you guys want to uncover everything and go from there, then I agree with it under in that sense. But it
Yeah.
like in
Right.
general, like
No,
everybody, yeah.
Premarital.
I wasn't
Premarital.
well, the way I was wording it and the way I was looking at it was I wasn't saying mandatory. Now, the
Yeah.
DNA confirmation, I think that should be
Should be
mandatory.
Now that
mandatory. Right.
absolutely.
But the pre-marriage, you know what I'm saying, medical assessment, I think that should be an optional thing. That should be something that insurance would cover in the
Mhm.
sense of if you go there and you say, hey, we have this documentation that shows we're about to sign a wedding, your marriage certificate, and here the insurance will cover that. And then you get
Mhm.
this gambit of testing so that
Mhm.
before you move forward, because somebody else pointed out in the comments as well. Remember that lady that had all that cosmetic surgery and married
Yes.
that guy, and then they start having kids, and those kids were
Came out looking totally different.
were less than stellar. You know what I'm saying?
And, and
Yeah.
that's and that's and that's true because you got to think we're talking about mental health, like it fertility. So I go into this thinking we're gonna have kids. I love you, all of this, and then we find out you can't have kids. Like that's a tough pill to swallow. So you're gonna be challenged, if you meet with somebody who can't have kids, they got their mental health assessment is a little bit off. Like this is all clinically, you got like some issues. I think you save yourself from just being in the love trap. Like I love you, but like
Yeah.
life would seem like a little bit catastrophic if I continued along this path with you. You get what I'm saying? Like I think that kind of helps you along the way because you don't know how you're going to deal with a person who is mentally challenged.
Mentally
Yeah.
You know what I'm
challenged.
saying?
I mean, it could
I
be a
mean,
bunch of things, but I do think it should be something that's readily available for the individual themselves as well, because they
right,
may not know. And so maybe they want to work on themselves. If they done failed, and got denied and declined and let go a bunch of times, and maybe they want to
right,
figure it out. And sometimes therapy, you don't even know what you're trying to uncover. So it
right,
might be some genetic, mental, whatever things that you don't even know about. Now you can go ahead and go to therapy about this and that, or get the medicine that you need, or whatever it is that you may need. But I also believe, like Kim was saying earlier, when it comes to this whole thing with getting it, I think when you get ready to prove that, I'm getting ready to get married, I think also they should go through some premarital counseling that that also proves that they are ready to be married. And
Right.
that they, because people, I'll be like, yeah, we about to get married and we was just dating for like a month.
And then you're in annulment court 15
Go back,
days later.
do all the other work before wanting this test and all, do all the work to make sure too. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I think, but I think it's still a good idea. I'm still with it. I think just as long as it's for under the right parameters. Yeah.
I think that's the
Because
biggest
that
thing.
HIV one is a doozy. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Well,
That it should be
if-
done. You
if-
should
if
be getting
you ever
tested
say if you
before
smashing
you-
raw, you should already had that
like
done.
you should be that
Right.
should be pre-sex.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
That-
but
I would agree.
But see, check this out. I think a lot of times too, in these situations with all the stuff that we're talking about, especially when it comes to relationships, people, Benji mentioned that people go into these situations thinking it's all about love.
Yeah.
We told you all time and time again, friendship is probably the most important thing here, right?
Yes,
Because that's what you
yes.
build your foundation on. And if you can't be friends, because there's going to be times in your marriage where you're going to love them, but not be in love with them.
Mhm.
And that's when it's going to be the true test. So if somebody is, has other issues, like y'all pointed out earlier, that you find out during this assessment time and you still accept this person, you can't go back later on and then try to ostracise them because of the things that you found out during that time period, because you already knew it and you still accepted them. So it creates some things in there maybe that are not, ideal. But at the same time, let's try to get as much out front as we possibly can about each other. Clear the slate so that way as we move forward, there's no guessing. There's no, there's no gray areas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know as much as we can know about each other, and then we can move forward without having to worry about that stuff in the past.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
trust and believe, chromosomes don't lie. They really don't.
They really don't.
So whatever you have in your family history, it's gonna
there.
it's gonna pop up at some point in time.
Mhm.
So so yeah, I mean,
And
yeah,
now you don't know if unless you've seen some baby pictures, you don't know if she,
that too.
Christian. Christian could have been a different word for a Christian. She might not be a Christian.
Christy could have been Christian before.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She tells you, yeah.
And at this point, I don't think anybody should be offended if somebody felt like they needed to see the original birth, sex at birth on your birth certificate, which has not changed. So even if you change yourself, your birth certificate, original birth is gonna tell you what. And if I say, let me see that real quick, you should be able to show me. If you can't show me,
and somebody looks at you as a come up, if you got your stuff together, you better very well understand that somebody out there views you as a cold, hard come up.
Well,
and if you just thinking,
as we always say, Benji, so you out there looking for love and people looking for help. Y'all on two different mentions. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's very simple. So use your head and guard your heart. Put it that way.
I'll say this, and this is a sidebar, but this was so funny when I found this out. I did not know that Kevin Stefanski, grandfather.
That's not true. That's not true.
It's not?
No. It's not.
Okay, so then there it goes. That's true.
Yeah. Get rid of that. X that out.
Yeah.
That's not true. Yeah.
It's not true.
All right. So while we're on the topic of commitment, a lot of people have commitments in many other parts of their lives, but finding the right barber is a huge commitment, right? For women, finding the right beautician, finding the right person that deals with your nails, these type of things. But for a guy, barber is a big deal, right? He not only cuts your hair, he shapes your life, and not just your hairline. You have conversations with this guy, and a lot of times with the barber serves as your therapist, because you go in and you chop it up with your guy about a lot of stuff, and you develop these friendships, these deep committed friendships with your barber, right, over this long term, right? But a lot of folks are breaking up with their barbers. That's why you see these terrible hairlines and terrible haircuts. And as I mentioned last week, when you have these, new people popping up saying, I'm cutting my own hair, here's how it looks on TikTok. There's a whole thing of that. A whole, you know what I'm saying? Like people cutting their own hair. barbershops are suffering across the country now because of the price uptick in services of barber services. These dudes is charging around $100 on average for a basic haircut in some areas. So Benji, you got a shop, man. What's going on
Yeah.
with these barbers out here, man?
I'm gonna tell you what it is everyone is trying to be a celebrity barber. Everyone is trying to be a celebrity barber. I'm booked for the day, man. I did 4 heads. I made $400 today. They're trying to make it this quick, process, not working as hard, right? But meanwhile, your skills ain't up to par. So folks is like, I ain't doing that. I ain't going to that. And then, we got the enhancers. Folks is done decided they're going to put some glue on your head and some, some white lines and all of that. You get what I'm saying? So everyone wants to feel like they're doing something super artistic, and everybody's level of cutting just ain't there. I'm under the impression like a $35, $40 haircut, you can make buku bank. You just may have to do 8 heads for that day, 6, 7 heads. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then tip wise, you'll be able to kill it. I have my own in my shop, and it just saves me time. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't gotta worry about no appointment or this is that. Boom, hey yo, I need my haircut Thursday. Boom, we good. We in there. We squared away. And she only charges me $30. Of course, that's partly because I'm the owner and all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, as far as the hustle, you get what I'm saying? Like, I partly blame that most of these kids just don't have a tight enough hustle. They're trying to get the quick dollar, and at the expense of that, people ain't pulling up on you like that. So these spots are closing down. Like the barbershops are closing down at a rapid pace. And I'm like, it's because you overcharging, especially if you ain't did no marketing and don't know you in Moreno Valley and you trying to act like you up in Beverly Hills somewhere. Bro, you in Moreno Valley. Everybody ain't pulling up on you every 2 weeks for $100 haircut. You're doing bad marketing, and most people don't understand that. Like, why do you charge this price? People used to ask me for my shop. Why are you only charging this amount for the booth rent? Because I did a marketing survey, and I know your shop, your doors keep getting closed half the time because you're charging folks $600-$700 just to do hair. Like it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I don't get it, man. But hey, I told we need that mental health assessment. So get these folks some help.
Trisha Michelle, what you think about it? You into hair, and you know what I'm saying, you're a professional in that lane too. So talk to us about that. How you feel about that?
Well, for one, for me, if you didn't go get no education, you're not licensed. Right. That also keeps you under a bar. So I will say that. Because there's the people that's just cutting, and they didn't go get the education that's necessary behind it, because there's so much just technical stuff that you should be doing. Barbers, I've seen some barbers that really do it. The whole washing, the scrubbing, exfoliating, even for the beard, you're supposed to be doing all this stuff. Like, and they don't do it, and they cut your hair and they line you up and they get you out of there, brush you off, put a little fibers and you out of there. Like, and for me, there's so much more that should have happened in this haircut. So if all of that is happening, all the steps that are in there, you getting a full service, then I could see you charging that amount. Yeah. But if you're not giving a full service haircut, and I am coming in and you are spitting me out of there in 30, 45 minutes, I'm not paying that much. But on the flip side, you have this person that also didn't go get no education behind it, but products are expensive. The things that they need to utilize to do the haircuts and hair in general, it went up. Everything costs more, inflation, whatever. So now you're trying to make more to make it make sense. You gotta be able to prove that you're worth this too. Yeah, then, like Benji said, it's very important to make sure that you're paying attention to the market that you're in, where you're at, the demographic, what they can afford. If you can't be trying to charge this much, and like he said, you're in Moreno Valley, San Bernardino, this is a very, lower, they're not really making that much money. They're trying to make ends meet. couple 20, 30, 40 bucks for a haircut. That's gonna, but 90, 100, you're not gonna see that many people. So
Right.
and then yes, of course, the celebrity barber that everybody wants to be one. Everybody wants to be celebrity this, celebrity that. Want to say they charge $800-900 for hair and $200-300 for a haircut. But you got to get there, and you can't do that by doing that to people that's just regular people. So
Right.
yeah, I don't believe in it unless you really worked it and you really did the education behind it and you really on that level.
Right.
Yeah. So I totally agree with both that, with both of y'all, of course. But I think one thing that you pointed out, Trisha Michelle, that was my thing too, is if you're given a spa type, experience, okay, yeah, $100 plus might be worth that. Might be definitely worth that for sure. But if you just give me a standard haircut, 40,
Right.
50, $50 with a tip is tops, right? Like what you should be paying at a regular barbershop, right? And it's a lot of barbers out there that are charging way more than that, because when we were coming up, I know that's a long time ago,
Yeah.
cut was $8-10. So
18.
well, eight or 10, what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just depends on, when you were, if you're a kid or adult or whatever, you give them a little tip. But I understand $20-25 for a standard haircut. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm okay with that. And if you got a beard, that's extra work you got to do. So they might charge you 40 or 50 bucks, you know what I'm saying, for the cut and the beard shape and the beard lining up and all that stuff. I get that. But $100-200 for just a regular haircut, and then you got to use all these enhancements because the haircut skills are not on par. So you have to use the enhancements. The enhancements are supposed to be there to make it better, but you're using it as a training wheels because you don't ride as well.
You can't
You know what I'm
line up
saying?
right.
Yeah, you can't do your skills is not up to par, so you're using that as a filler. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
To cover that up. So like I said, there's something out there for everybody. But I think also another thing that I wanted to point out was being a barber is kind of like being a truck driver, where those are jobs where everybody felt like I can do it. And then you have the times where the market gets flooded with people trying to do it and putting themselves out there, going through school, doing a terrible job, making a terrible name for themselves, and then just leaving and going to do something else. So you're taking a spot from somebody who probably really wanted to do that and wasn't able to do it, or whatever the case may be. So there you have, guys who and guys and you ladies who out there who want to be a barber that for whatever reason didn't decide to pursue it, that are working somewhere else, and now they're not enough barbers available to fill those chairs,
Right.
because the turnover rate is so high. So it's a problem, man, because I know when I was growing up, the barbershops that I went to, all the chairs were full for the most part. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like there was a barber at every chair cutting
Facts.
especially on Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Fridays and Saturdays, like there was somebody at every chair. And sometimes when you go in the barbershop, there wouldn't even be a seat for you to sit down because it would be standing room only because people would be in there waiting to get haircuts.
Facts.
Now everything is by appointment.
Yeah, and you can't even walk in like
Yeah.
it's sickening, man. Like you walk in, I just want to get a little quick lineup. Oh, I'm already booked, man. Like I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's
This
sitting in the
lineup
chair.
gonna take you?
Hold on,
Sit
but
in the chair on his phone.
he's sitting in the chair on his phone waiting for the client to come in. He couldn't just make that quick money in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
I
wild.
don't
If you
get
sitting
it.
there and you're not doing nothing, that's stupid. But I do understand if it's a highly requested barber, I understand needing to have a little, he got a life, he got kids, so maybe he needs to make sure he got his life
Man,
structured. But
if you
I
don't take this
wouldn't
quick
decline
$30
someone
and
if
go
I'm
on
sitting
about
there
your
doing
business,
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
don't you take this quick $30 and go on about your business, man? Acting like you some celebrity, man. Get up out of here, man.
He
Like
got a
we're coming
life.
here for a haircut.
He needs
Like
structure.
that's it. They don't take that long. Like
Well, I understand it only because if you don't, just like we're doing hair, if you let people just come late, whatever time they come in,
Yeah.
now you backed up, you doing this and that, like you start to feel mentally like you have no control over your own business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
I get
I
that.
understand it.
Yeah, I get that too. But in all lanes there are some gray areas. So
Right.
I think that, one thing that Trisha Michelle pointed out is there's levels to it. Some people are just not supposed to be charging $100 per cut because your skills are on par for that. So you got to be realistic.
Shout out to being your own boss, and you can say whenever you want to pull up. I ain't got to deal with all that. I used to hate that stuff, bro.
Yeah, but
hate.
hey.
And then you got to deal with folks. Folks got weed in their fingernails. They got cigarette smell on their fingernails. Just a whole bunch of stuff going on.
All right, since most of this episode we've been talking about things that dealing with money, I figure that it's very fitting that we wrap it up with something talking about money as well, as we always do. So let's crank up the ride and take a journey into the land of low money and sometimes no money. With guess what? Guess what we got coming? Broke Chronicles. All right, so before we wrap it up, Broke Chronicles question for this episode.
Wrap it up, pause.
I mean, there's a lot of things you can wrap up. I mean,
he just want to pause on everything.
Yeah, he just wants to.
Gifts. You gonna pause every time you wrap a gift?
Young Diddy. All right. So, okay, I'm going to ask you this first, Trish Michelle, since you're the lady on our lovely show here. Does it matter how much a man spends on an engagement or wedding ring?
Ooh.
Pause. No, I'm just kidding. Nah. No, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want to know, honestly. I do want it to be real.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say that.
Understandable.
But however much you spent on that, I don't want to know. Like, just for me, do the research and make sure it's what I like. That's all that's it. That's all I care about. Make sure it is what I want on my hand.
Okay.
Everything else I don't care about.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you only spent, I don't know, $1,200, or I'm not gonna say that and be like, oh, that's it. You just giving broke vibes or whatever they say, because I don't talk like that. But I just, no, I don't care. Like, I'm not here for, like, I'm not in your life to be able to walk around and say, he spent, I don't even know what these rings cost, because I really don't. I'm not that crazy like some of the women would be about it. Right. Like, I don't want to be able to just run around and say that. I just want my ring to be nice and it to be what I desired. And you put the time in to dig all that information out, and you went and got it and you did it, and just give me a very nice proposal that's very heartfelt and genuine to me and you, and that's it.
All right. Well, I think that's what
reasonable.
That's very reasonable. That's what it should be. But
it don't always be like that. I'm the lesser percentage, and I know that.
Yeah, because the conversation, and it's not nothing new. Like, it's always been this way, even since I was younger. I used to hear grown women talking about this in the 80s and 90s. Right. The value of the ring, and it got to be at least 1 month of the man's salary, and all these other crazy things. And I'm like, like, okay, you're putting the value on the ring, but what about the actual relationship? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want this ring and you want to be able to show it off. That's the biggest thing. Women want to be able to post the picture of their hand and say he proposed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, all that stuff, and it's about for show, but it's like, if the dude himself is trash, and you're going to eventually get exposed on that end of it, but he bought you a nice ring, it just is really something to brag on. Because my thing is, if you brag, people are going to hold you to that standard the rest of the time, right? You were out there bragging about how much he spent on this ring and how much this and how much that. He bought you these flowers, blah, blah. He better be stellar the whole time, because I guarantee you, if he has any missteps or anything happens between y'all, them same folks you was bragging to, they're going to bring all that back up.
They got all the receipts. Like,
Benji, talk to us, man. What you think?
Real talk. I said to my wife, very simple. You want this big ring or you want this big house? She chose the house, the second house. So simple for me. It was like, yo, like we can. And Patricia's been over at our new house before, so it was a simple process for me. And to me, I wanted to understand what her thinking would be like, because that was important to me. Because if I'm going to do this again, like I need to know, like when I ain't playing no fiddle faddle games here. You get what I'm saying? Like, truth be told, like the house then already tripled, quadrupled in value, all of that type of stuff. I want to know what you think. So I didn't buy my wife a really expensive ring. I bought a pretty good, a decent one, but it wasn't over the top. We took that money and we put it all towards the big brand new house. Then we kept the other house sitting, didn't touch anything on that. And then it's like, when we get down the road, if you decide you want a bigger one, it'll be paid for, fully in cash. But I'm gonna apply the same concept. Do you want this big old ring or do you want these acres?
Well, I think
you get what I'm saying. So
I love that concept, but I also think that you can reward a woman too. So if you all have been together 10, 20, 25, 30 years, you can upgrade it. You know what I'm saying? Like as time goes on, because she's earned that, right?
Invested
So
time, commitment, the things she sacrificed are done for you. It proves at the beginning you don't know what is going to transpire throughout all of that. So later down the line, it'll be like, you know what? You more than deserving of way more than this. I just wanted this is my appreciation.
Exactly.
And that makes total sense, because that's like when you're in that space and you're making these decisions, you do want to, you know what I'm saying, make sure, you do nice things. So,
but it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier too, where you're starting off the situation in debt. Why would you want to start off a situation in debt? And here's the problem for the guy. Like if you go out and spend $50K on a ring, give her this ring, and then she's trash, and then y'all end up getting a divorce. Well, she might not even give it back.
Because she don't have to give it back. And so
but
more than likely not going to.
She gonna take the cash from it and she gonna get rid of it anyway.
Maybe not, but that's another thing. I was gonna say that do not go finance no big old loan or nothing on no ring either, because you ain't got it. So you for sure ain't spending $50K out the pocket. So now you paying on this too. I don't want that.
And if you go,
I don't want no one to do that.
And if you go trying to get a house and you got that $50K, your debt to income ratio ain't popping, they're gonna say, sorry, Mr. Banks, you can't. And now you pissed off, but you got that big old ring.
And you got the ring, you don't even got the girl. She got the ring, y'all not even together.
And she gonna leave you anyway, because she ain't staying in the hood with you that long.
Okay, so one interesting question that we got from the comments, and this is a good one. So Trish Michelle, answer this one for me. Do you have to have one? Do you have to have a ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just think that that's just throughout time symbolism. I mean, that's just what I want.
Okay.
And I think to each its own. So I think that's a decision that you would have to say that you don't desire that, you don't need that for you. But for me, I definitely want a ring. For sure. I want to have it on my hand. I want to look at it. I want to look at it and think of you and think of us, whatever it does for me mentally. I want that. And I'm not going to lie. I don't care.
I'm going to be honest with you though. And this is very, very, very real. And I noticed this. More women hit on me with my ring on than when I didn't have it on in my single days.
Oh yeah. The ring ain't what it is. People that you marry, because
I know. It's a weird dynamic. I don't understand it, but
I'm gonna tell you,
it's like women feel like, oh, he must be a good man.
It's not even that. It's not even that. I think it's not even that. From what I've been told from these ladies is they look at a married man with a ring on, they know that he has commitments already. So if they can get money out of him, they don't have to spend much time, but they can get what they want out of him, and he's on his way because he's got commitments, right? He's got other things that he's got to do, so he can't be up under her all day, around her all day, but she gonna get that bread. So that's
Right.
the
He's
biggest
okay with
thing.
being the side chick, the secret,
Exactly.
the hand me
Exactly.
some money, meet me on the side for a little date. That's what they're not
And
looking
that's
for
it.
nothing real solid.
Exactly.
So
So they can
you're what
they
they would look for.
they can do what they do and
True.
still run around with their little friends and everything
Mhm.
and they girls and they have their little extra money to spend that you provided and you doing what you do, they do what they do, they good.
Yeah.
So that's just
Yeah.
where they at.
And I think many people say the ring is for so people could know. I mean, I some people might have thought that might have came out of my mouth, but nah, I don't. I want it for myself. Like, 'cause
Right.
that, like Benji said, there are many men that they don't care. They
That's a
don't care
fact.
what's on that finger.
They don't care.
And then like you said, Ken, that just means going back over there. They can come get what they want, and you can go and do what you need, and there's no commitment necessary. So the ring is solely you stop doing things for other people. It's for me. I want it so that I can, that's just what I need out of my relationship.
Right.
Well, hey, you know what? The comments is popping. She said respect the brass. Well, I'm gonna beg to differ. They see that brass, but they still be like, give me that. You know what I'm talking about? So
Give me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, that's cool and all. That's cool, but do that ass clap.
Yep. Facts. Facts. I don't need
Throw
to
that
own it.
in
I
a
can borrow it.
circle.
Hey, I don't need to own the car. I just want to drive it a little bit.
I just want to drive it. Rental unit.
Yeah,
Rental
hey,
unit.
facts. Facts. All
Rental
right.
unit.
All right.
I
So
can
before
send
we
that
get
one
up out
back
of
if
here,
I don't like it.
we want to give our people a chance to talk to you a little bit before we wrap this thing up. Trish Michelle, talk to the people, let them know something before we get up out of here.
I will say there is no written rule book to this thing called life. You do your own thing, however you want to do it your way, whether that's marriage and other stuff. But there is things there's smarter decisions to make though. So let's stay away from debt. Let's be financially responsible, but at the same time do what you want, what's right for you, what you desire, what makes you happy, what you feel like you need. Then you stay 10 toes down for what that is for you. You ain't got to live to no one else's standards. And I remember that. And who cares if the ring is small and the people on social media is talking crap out? Y'all need to stop doing that too. Stop talking mess about other people's stuff. Cause why she got a small ring, you ain't got no edges. But anyway, y'all can find me on Instagram, everywhere else, Trisha Michelle _TM. And of course, I'm gonna say it every time. If y'all not following the Fire Session, don't follow me.
All right. We appreciate that for sure. Get them edges, y'all, before y'all start running y'all mouth. Get them edges.
Get them edges done. I can hook you. We can get you hooked up.
Benji can get you hooked up. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you are, you can order it. He can ship it to you.
We can get you. They got fake ones, real ones.
On demand edges.
On demand edges.
I like that. We need, yeah. We need to talk about that business opportunity after the show. All right. Benji Banks, the man, the brand. Talk to the people, my guy.
Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford, who announced his retirement today from the sport of boxing. Now, I don't believe he's done. I believe it's just a ploy so he can get $100 million contract on this next fight. He got 50 for the Canelo fight. I believe he wants 100. So I believe he walks away from the sport to let him know, you know what? When y'all got the right offer, come back and holler at your boy. But just want to give him a great big shout out because he did his thing against Canelo Alvarez. And if you've been following Bud's career, you know he's been super dope. So shout out to him. Shout out to the sport of boxing. Boxing, I love you. Keep being the sweet science. Y'all know where to find me, man. Benji Banks, BRB4701 on IG. Always on the Fire Session at the Coat Beauty Supply spot in Moreno Valley. Come by, you know, I got your wigs and all that type of stuff. Now I got food. I'm trying to make you fat. All right? Trying to put some, you know what I'm saying, get you some food in your tummy, you know what I'm saying? You know, come by and holler at us at R&R Breakfast Spot in Moreno Valley, right down the street. Patricia, I gotta have you pull up on us because I gotta, you know, make sure you know what I'm saying, you get taken care of.
You know I'll be there.
Come by and hit us up. You know what I'm saying?
There, you know it.
Yeah, we got all that stuff, collard greens, mac and cheese. We got all that good stuff down there. Shrimp and grits, spicy shrimp and grits, mac and cheese balls, you name it. Pull up on us. All right. Also,
Facts.
pull up on the fire session. Holla at us.
It's a fact. We appreciate you, my guy, Benji Banks, the man, the brand, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so y'all can catch me at Big Ken on Fire on IG, Big Ken on 2K on IG. Y'all can catch me at Big Ken on TikTok. Y'all can catch me at Big Ken on Facebook as well. Y'all can catch the Fire Session on all social media platforms. Just type in FIYAH and we'll pop right up. We're very unique in that way. You'll be able to find us tonight, every night, every Tuesday night. We live. Check us out. Tap in, jump in the comments. We appreciate the people who have joined us in the comments tonight and have joined the conversation. Very entertaining as always with the comments. So I always keep them coming and we enjoy y'all. You've been rocking with Trisha Michelle, Benji Banks, and Big Ken. The Fire Session. The fire does not stop here. Catch us on the next episode with more heat. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next session. Also, head to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music to check us out on there as well. If you don't have time to check out the videos and things of that nature on Facebook and on YouTube, you can listen to us while you're driving, while you're at the office, while you're at the gym. Hey, you can join us and support us from all platforms now. So you don't have no excuse.
Facts.
Show that love. Follow the Fire Session on all platforms. We rocking. We appreciate your support. Until next time, stay lit. It's the Fire Session. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Peace.
Deuces.